Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Or as the Message puts it, you're blessed when you care. At the moment of being careful, you find yourselves cared for. Just a word about mercy. The word is closely related to the concepts of justice and grace. Here's an easy way to keep them all straight. Justice is I get what I deserve, and that can be positive or negative. Grace is I get what I don't deserve, which is positive. And mercy is I don't get what I deserve, which can be negative. We want the world to be fair and just. We want everything to be boiled down to a simple principle where the guilty are punished and the good guys get rewarded. But that all breaks down the moment that we understand that bad things happen to good people, and the bad guy sometimes gets away with it. We begin to believe that the world is chaotic, that it's a dog-eat-dog world, and that only the strong survive. And we can't take anything for granted, even our personal safety and survival. Some of us learn this lesson earlier in life than others. These people often become dominated personality type known as challengers. This type of personality values strength and action and power and justice. They also make good superheroes. Challengers tend to be the most aggressive, assertive personality type, and they can come across as intense and intimidating, sometimes larger than life. They wear their anger on their sleeve, but they keep their more tender and vulnerable emotions buried deep. So why talk about this personality type in relation to this beatitude? Well, it's because challengers are heavy on the side of justice. If someone wrongs them, they want to make sure that person is held accountable and pays for their transgressions. They want life to be fair and right, like perfectionists, but challengers are not as perfectionistic in how they go about fighting for justice. Perfectionists might fight in the courts, but challengers will march in the streets. When it comes to justice and the issues, they are almost always on the side of the underdog. They see a lot of themselves in those who are mistreated or bullied or oppressed. They have the justice thing down. It's mercy they need to work on. Challengers are good when it comes to people get what they deserve, but not so great with people don't get what they deserve. Mercy can be viewed as a weakness by a challenger, which is what a challenger wants to avoid at all costs. Mercy is vulnerable, and it kind of makes it a double whammy. But mercy is strength because it requires us to absorb the full cost of the transgression, to let it go, to defer justice in order to preserve relationships. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you let it go. Someone gives you a dirty look, smile and shake it off and move forward. Someone utters a passive-aggressive insult, just roll with it and move on. Someone says they're sorry, you forgive them and you move forward. Deep down, challengers know that they are the ones most in need of mercy and forgiveness. They are painfully aware of their own weaknesses and their own shortcomings, their own failures. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive, though, is ourselves. James chapter 2 says, "Speak and act as those who are going to be judged by the law that gives freedom, because judgment without mercy will be shown to anyone who has not been merciful. Mercy triumphs over judgment." When this personality type moves to a place of health and security, they can offer not just justice, but also mercy and grace. In opening themselves up to the vulnerability of mercy, they find themselves on the receiving end of all that they ever wanted.